fuck his mother's tit.
Yes.
In one episode.
That's his claim to fame. And
Hers too.
We drove out there. We did it Friday and Saturday night. Had great shows. Saturday night late show. We're about to wrap up the whole weekend. I'm 40 minutes in. This girl will not stop heckling because I do a bit where I go, "What? You ever had a job you hated?" And this girl goes, "Yeah." She's like falling out of her chair. She's hammered. And I go, "What was that?" She goes, "I wiped my grandma's ass." And I'm like, "Huh?" Wow. She's hammered. And I go, "What?" And she's like, "I'm a nurse. I wipe old women's asses." I was like, "That you've boiled down the whole nurse profession to wiping asses. You know,
right.
No changing of bedpans and putting needles in people, just wiping ass." She's like, "That's what I do, and it sucks." I was like, "All right, well, will you sit down?"
Right. That's like one of us going, "I cry."
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do for a living.
Right. I jerk off in hotels.
Right.
So, so I was like, "All right, whatever, sit down." And the bouncer's like, "Hey, you gotta cool it, you know." And then eventually she just keeps yelling shit out, and I go, "Look, I think somebody needs their ass wiped in the lobby." And that got
fun.
a nice laugh. And then she's like, "Fuck you." And then the bouncer's like, "You got to go." And she's like, "I'm enjoying it." And she starts weeping right there.
Oh.
And so what do you do there, you know? I was like, "Oh, fuck."
You wipe her tears.
Yeah, I guess so. And so then the boyfriend stands up because the guy's like throwing her out. And the boyfriend goes, "Don't touch her like that." And so now the bouncer has got her by the scruff of her neck, and he's holding off the man.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, this," and I'm commenting the whole thing, commentating.
Yeah.
I'm like Howard Cosell. I'm like, down goes the white trash guy, and there's the skank. You know.
She had a scruffy neck.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
It might have been a hoodie. So then she gets loose, grabs her drink, and throws it on the bouncer.
Wow.
You know, you just see that splash go everywhere, and the
Loves
bouncer.
the splash.
Yeah, bouncer turns beet red. Then she throws the glass down. So you see the splash and then the glass.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, holy shit. So I'm just like, Jesus, get her out of here. What do you quit pussyfooting around? Get the cunt out of here. She's crazy. Quit playing with these two. So now the guy's struggling. He's got the guy in a headlock. So he gets him out. And at McGuire's, I don't know, you ever been there?
Yeah.
The lobby, you can see it. It's like glass.
Right.
So you can see it. And so you just see them like making giant gestures, but you don't hear it. So I'm like doing her like, get out of here. I got kids to feed, you know, all that. And
right.
Whatever. I don't know what I said, but it was insane. And then he finally gets him out, and the place is so happy. They're like, "We hate her." The whole crowd's yelling at her. And so then she runs back in. And I'm like, "She's coming back. She's got a knife. So the bouncer like is holding the door like closed. Oh, it was insane. And eventually he goes out the door back into the lobby and throws her right out there again. And man, it was insane. It was like that was my craziest headlining, you know, almost get attacked moment.
Right. Wow. Boy.
I mean, throw the glass down, and I was like, can you imagine her wiping your ass? That would be terrifying, you know? You're like, "Can you wipe my ass?" She throws a drink in your face.
Put the drink down first, sister.
Yeah. And then they drove home, and I'm sure they died. There's no way they didn't. I mean, they were deep in a blackout. Deep.
Ooh, boy.
Long Island, baby. And I had this whole thing because there was this table of Puerto Ricans on the front row.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, neck tattoo and sideways hat and bandanas and shit.
Right.
And I was
Thuggy.
like, yes, Thuggy. That might be the name of this episode.
Yeah, well, it's the name of, their fucking argument that we're racist assholes.
Right. So I was like, these poor Puerto Ricans are sitting there quietly, behaved the whole night, and this entitled blonde cunt, you know, like, so I had a whole thing on that. And if you want, I could put this, I have it recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe put it at the
up.
end. But, yeah, so that was wild. Then the next night, I do a set at the Stand. And I have a good set at the Stand, and I walked to Joe's Pizza on 14th. I had some time to kill. And how about this? This is one of those moments, baby.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we live for. So I go, I order my slice. I'm listening to my set, and I hear, and you know how I end every set?